What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another late night video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. And you see the title, man. It is a seed retention video, semen retention, whatever term, title you want to use. You guys just use your imagination, okay? But anyways, I just want to share my experience of all the ups and downs, all the blessings and many hard lessons I had to learn throughout these past 5 years when I first started retention. So you guys can do the math, try to figure out my age. I hate to make you guess, but hey, man, it makes it more interesting, right? And you know what? There's been a lot of hard lessons that I had to learn in between that time frame. And I didn't exactly go 5 years straight, unfortunately. I'm not at that level yet, man, but I am at the point now to where, I can get up into the hundreds, 130, 40, 50s and still keep going. Still have every now and again a few slight slip ups, but more or less I'm still disciplined. I have enough self-control over my lower self, over my root chakra to know better and to do so much better than how I used to do in the past. And I merely look at that as a sign of reflection of who I used to be versus who I am now. And even the version of myself right now, after really doing so much meditation, so much grounding, so much apologizing, not just to others, but to myself, right? Because I felt a lot of times, man, I gained many blessings throughout my journey of semen retention, seed retention, just to make it sound a little bit more appropriate. If there's anybody who's really young watching, which majority of you guys are, 20 and up, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And there was a lot of hard lessons that I learned as well about myself, about life, about other people, but most importantly about myself, because this journey is all about you. What you do with your time, what you do with your energy really only matters to you, right? Everybody else can put in their input, but ultimately you decide, and there were, periods in between this 5 years of continuous growth and development of self and of soul, man, that I relapsed at times that I thought I wouldn't, because I thought that's all it really took. I thought at, certain periods of my life when I first started my journey of seed retention that, 30 days, that's more than enough. A week, that's more than enough. 60 days, that's more than enough. 90, and all that. But ultimately, even though I relapsed at different points, even though I failed at certain points, much to my disappointment and disbelief, man, it wasn't the end, because life and this journey of seed retention, this journey of self-discovery, which you'll discover a lot about yourself, man, the longer that you go. But you'll only really discover that the more that you go within yourself, the more that you see the value and the energy that you have within you as a man, right? Because it works for women too, but it's a little bit different. But you guys already know that. So for all the brothers out there watching, man, with this energy, just like many, many other great content creators, the many great few out there who actually put out a righteous message, the right message. They say, you got to really start this journey for a reason. And for me, I did the complete opposite. I just did it because at first it came across to me as a trend. I was about only 21 at the time, 2021, I want to say. I'm not exactly too precise on that, but I want to say I was about 2021 when I first started to get into it. And up until this point, it's been about 5 years. But like I said, it wasn't straight. It was back to back. And they say you got to start for a reason. And I didn't, right? I mean, I didn't have a reason why I started. I just did it because I was just on YouTube one day after, getting done handling my business like a straight up fool, right? And you got to admit, man, it makes you look foolish. And I was. But the wise man can admit at least once a month that he is a fool and that he truly knows nothing. And I don't, man, because this journey will teach you so much about yourself. So you really got to have a reason for doing this, right? A true reason, because you're going to grow from it. You're going to mature over time, right? But it's going to take time. So when you really map out your life, when you really can plan and set things in order, and then eventually set those things in motion by starting to roll that boulder up the hill, Eventually it can fall and roll back down on you, man, and flatten you like a pancake if you don't have a plan set in motion. But eventually you just can't sit there and hold it, man, because then you're going to become stagnant, right? You build up all this energy, you got all this energy built up, but what are you doing with it? Right, man? What are you doing with it? What are you going to do with all this energy, all this time that's on your hands? And with me, I did the complete opposite, right? I mean, the first time I got started, man, ever, like I said, I was about 20, 21. I want to say about 20. And I went about a week, man, and I definitely felt it, man. The energy, that buildup of energy, that stamina, just that endurance, that power, right? That vitality that a lot of guys speak about, that makes you want to get up and literally go get something done. That's what I felt. But I didn't have any plans. I didn't have any goals, right? I was still a young guy. I'm still a young guy now. I'm a lot more older, a lot more mature, a lot more wise. But it's because of the constant relapses, the constant disappointments, the constant failures, right? The constant getting tired of people trying to tell me what I need to do in my life, when in all reality, whether these people knew it or not on a subconscious level, they were telling me that, or more or less giving me guidance in order to helping me snap myself and many others out of that amnesia to start getting the things done that can help me live a better life. But back then I didn't see it because I didn't have any plans. I didn't have anything set in motion. And this was over the course of this 5 years, man, of me being on it off and on. So I didn't stop at just one point and just quit in between that whole time frame. I'm talking about, like, say, for example, I probably went about 20 days, and next thing you know, everything's going good. But, for whatever reason, I lacked the discipline. I lacked the motivation. I lacked the inspiration. Right, it's not that I wasn't looking up to the right people, but I wasn't taking their advice to heart and actually applying it to my life, and then actually getting up and doing something that a man would do, especially a man who's got all that time and energy that he can be using to put himself in a better position. Even if you fail at whatever goal that you got set, man, at least you had the balls, the courage, the willpower to get up and get it done, even if you failed. Because that's what a man does. He doesn't stay down. He gets knocked down 9 times, but that 10th time, man, you're going to get up and you're going to stand tall and you're going to start walking tall. And that's what this journey will do for you. But you got to want it, man. And I know you do. I still do for myself. I'm still going strong right now. I just hit 160 days today. So I'm still on this thing, man. I'm still going. You really shouldn't count, but in the beginning, it's all right, man, because at least you got something to strive for. But once you hit that certain period, that certain point, you're like, you know what? Screw that. I don't need to count. Because it's just like Dante Young said, man, shout out to him. Much love to the OG, to the elder. He said in one of his videos from about a year or two ago that, what was it? I don't want to twist his words or anything, but I think he was saying something about it's a stepping stone, man. It's something that you can use to motivate you. But ultimately, if you take it a little too far, if you get too concerned about it, eventually you're just setting yourself up for failure, and you don't want to do that. Now, of course, you're going to fail at certain periods of time in your life when you think everything's going to be going smooth forever. But life is like a lot of hurdles, man. Right? You jump over one hurdle, you think that's it, but guess what, man? You got about 20 more, 40 more after that. But they're all, split up, or they're all apart, at a certain amount of feet. So it's not just all at once, boom, 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 boom. But at times, life can feel like that. That's what this journey is like, man. That's what makes it a journey. Unless you really do think you have a destination you need to get to, which none of us really truly do. It's just something that we tell ourselves because society programs that into us. You'll realize that it's a journey, man. You realize that this is something divine that's within me. This is something that comes from source. This is an aspect of one being that's split into two. Even us men, we got that feminine energy in us too. But obviously, I'm not telling you guys to be feminine, but I'm saying it's yin yang. The yin yang is the oldest symbol in the universe, man. It's all about balance. But of course, you want to really avoid indulging yourself in, the bad stuff. But every now and again, man, it's okay to, watch a little bit of, television or whatever, something that don't always have the truth or always got something deep. And then some other times, man, you need to put that on pause and watch something that's, meant to awaken you to another state of being, that's meant to raise your consciousness, something that's meant to have you see the truth with that third eye. And I know a lot of you guys probably ain't into that, and that's cool. But for the ones who understand that, you know what I mean, right? Because there's nothing really too mysterious about life other than what they tell us, saying, just go with what the world tells you, go with what society tells you, hop on all these trends, wear the same stuff that everybody else is wearing because it's what's popping. Look, man, you do you. You be and stay true to the most unique version of yourself that exists, right? You tap into it. You be you, you be you all the way 100% unapologetically. It's a tongue twister, man. But anyways, you guys know what I mean, man. And this journey will really make you realize that at some point or another, right? And that's what it was like for me, man. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still making mistakes, right? But ultimately, that's how you grow. And I'm not going to keep, coming on here every video telling you guys the same old thing. But sometimes, man, this stuff's got to be repeated because there's always somebody new, being introduced to the channel, to the videos, and they probably haven't heard this before, man. But for all you guys out there who are still on this journey, keep it up, man. Keep going. Don't be upset because this didn't work out. Just realize that as long as you continue to love yourself, as long as you continue to put out good energy, as long as you continue to think nothing but good thoughts, and that's extremely hard to do, man, especially with all this chaotic stuff going on, especially with all this stuff that the media is pushing, especially with all this social media stuff. And look, man, it's not easy to avoid these things, but as long as you are mindful of what you indulge in, there's nothing wrong with, going back and forth and trying to discern the things around you, discern and pull apart, what's real and what's not, depending on what it is that, you're watching, you're getting into, right? Because there's truth in everything. But unfortunately, it's mixed in with some lies, man. So you just got to really pull out that puzzle, dump it out and be like, you know what? This piece goes here. This is meant to go here. This is not. I need to remove this because it just don't look right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. I see that piece over there. It looks like it's more connected with this. So let me put that here and put this over here with the stuff that looks like it. Right? And that's what it's all about, man. So when you're able to do that, and it takes time. It takes time to realize which pieces of the puzzle match with the correct pieces, the pieces that are shining, the pieces that are vibrant, that are colorful. Right? And those pieces are you. Those pieces are your life. And it's not an easy thing to do, man, but eventually you realize that it's not meant to be as difficult as we want to make it be. Because human beings, man, we like to see the bad things in life. We like to see the negative things in life, and we just like to be way too overly concerned. That's why Bruce Lee was saying, that's why Bruce Lee was explaining that you got to go with the flow of life, but still be in control, right? Still be mindful, still have self-awareness, but just go with the flow of life, man. Don't fight things that aren't in your power, right? Don't think it's the end of the world because you relapse. When you feel that energy, man, you need to get up and go do something. You need to get up and go get to work, because if not, you'll stay in the same position. You'll remain unhappy. You won't be as vibrant as you used to be when you used to move around, when you didn't understand why you felt so good. But see, now you do. Now you have this awareness. Now you're at a level where you're in control. It's all up to you, right? You're the star on top of that tree, man. All these stars in the sky, this is your world. This is your reality. You're the soul manifester. You can change it. You got that power, man. And seed retention gives you that. You just got to activate it, man. Activate that king energy. You can do it, man. Trust me. So with that being said, before this video gets way too freaking long, because it's already hitting 15 minutes, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's seed retention video. I enjoyed making it. I even learned something from it. And you guys are always teaching me something, man. We're all in this together. I say it all the time. And I'm grateful for you guys still being here. And let's keep going, man. Let's keep rising. Peace, y'all.